This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa on the stage of Sportscentre presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar. The Leafs are in action tonight as they host the Anaheim Ducks. And the Buds are coming off a big overtime win versus the Devils, a game which saw New Jersey take 22 more shots than them. And after the game, head coach Sheldon Keefe had an interesting comment about his former team.
What do you think prevented your team from being able to bury more pucks?
Best goaltending in the league on the other side.
Wow, that's like seeing your ex with someone new and you know they're better than you. And Keefe might be onto something here, as Anthony Stolarz and Joseph Woll have been on a tear. They're both around the top 5 in goals against average and save percentage this season, which has helped the team give up the 5th fewest goals per game this year. And the success in net has come along with an identity shift with head coach Craig Berube, as Toronto's focused on defense much more than they have in recent years. And the stats really back this up. Just look at how Toronto's goals for and against have flipped from last season to this season. And this is great news for Leafs fans. As recent history has shown, this formula can lead to success. Last year's Florida Panthers had one of the best goalie tandems in the league, which funnily enough also included Stolarz, and their stats were also eerily similar to what Toronto's are right now, as both Bobrovsky and Stolarz are both around top 5 goals against and save percentage. And of course, we all know the Panthers went on to win the Stanley Cup. So it's no surprise the Leafs are trying to replicate this model. It's impossible to know if the Leafs' early success in net will mean anything come playoff time, but at the very least it shows that they're trying something new. And one more note, it's the battle of the 97s tonight, as Kirill Kaprizov and the Central leading Wilds welcome Connor McDavid and the Oilers to town. And both of these guys have been on a tear in their last 5 games. McDavid has 8 points and Kaprizov has 7. The Wild have had the Oilers' number though, winning 11 of their last 13 meetings. Time now for M&M'S Huddle, so let's huddle with our home team and dive right into Thursday Night Football. And tonight, the Rams and 49ers face off in what is a crucial NFC West matchup. Both teams look to keep themselves in the chase for the playoffs. Just look at how close the division is. And with just 4 games remaining, the Rams are in control of their destiny. Meanwhile, the 49ers have endured a season full of injuries. They've lost Brandon Ayuk and Christian McCaffrey for the season, and Jordan Mason is also out with an ankle injury. But the hope is that running back Isaac Guerrero is good to go, after spraining his foot last week against Chicago. But it sounds likely he suits up. According to playoff probability, the Rams would have a 50% chance of making the playoffs, while the Niners facing a must-win would move to 11%. But with the loss, the chances would drop to less than 1%. It's safe to say for both sides, this late in the season, that this game is an elimination game of sorts. But the Rams are getting hot at the right time, and are coming off arguably one of the biggest upsets of the season. And we can't not give a shout out to Puka Nacua, who last week became the first wide receiver this century to have a game with at least 160 receiving yards, a receiving touchdown, and a rushing touchdown. LA have strung together 6 wins in the last 8 games. They have a chance to end Week 16 tied with the Seahawks at the top of the division. And after tonight, the Rams take on the Jets and Cardinals the following 2 weeks, in what on paper would look like 2 wins with how they've been playing. But the NFC West top spot very well could come right down to Week 18, when LA takes on current division leaders Seattle. You can catch the action tonight right here on TSN. It's the Rams versus the 49ers, 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 Pacific. Time now for my favorite segment and yours, that we love sports today.
Why we love sports today.
And with the PWHL back in full swing, and teams finally having logos and team names, you might have an idea for the perfect Christmas gift. Perhaps a jersey for a loved one?
Oh, no way! That's amazing!
What?
That's amazing! I'm wearing this tomorrow. Oh! Oh! That's so cool!
I saw this last night and I watched it so many times. This is pure joy. This is the kind of energy we need men to bring to the table when it comes to the PWHL. This is just good dad energy, supportive dad energy. And plus the jersey's sick. No wonder he's excited. It's everyone's favorite time of year where we spend extra time with family and friends. Maybe you get up to a few shenanigans, I don't know. This guy was clearly inspired by the Bryson DeChambeau videos of trying to get a hole-in-one on the other side of his house.
Got it? There, that's all right. Here, hold this.
All right.
It's looking good.
No, damn it, stop!
Mom, sorry.
Leave it to the woman to stop the madness, okay? That ball was going right through the window and she knew it. Now joined by our gambling guy, Wes Cheng. Wes, I love seeing you in person, man.
Me too. Thanks for having me.
Of course. All right, Wes, the Raptors are 1-11 on the road this season. They're coming off a 3-game losing skid going into tonight. So how do we profit off of this?
Look, you're going to call me a hater right here, but there's a very specific way to bet against the Raptors.
Okay.
There's a time of the game. All right, so Raptors first, second, third quarter, pretty solid, but this is a young team. You might have heard me talk about it before. Clutch time is kind of where things fall apart for the Raptors. So bet against them in-game, a live in-game bet against the spread on Miami if you want to do that, especially if the Raptors are up. The Raptors are the worst clutch time team in the NBA. A lot of it has to do with just how young this team is. Add in the fact that Scotty Barnes is not there now. You're just taking one more able body on the court who can really manage, ball pressure, ball control. The Raptors might be a little bit thin tonight. So this is unfortunately a tough spot. I don't want to be that guy.
No, it's okay. You are that guy. We need you to be that guy. All right, friend, give us your best bet for tonight.
Okay, I'll be a little more positive.
Okay.
I'll go Grady Dick over his scoring prop tonight. So Scotty Barnes is out. That's the big news of this whole game. So you want to take advantage of who's going to have the biggest lift with his absence. In the 11 games that Scotty Barnes was out, Grady was averaging just under 20 points a game. So if you look at where his line's at, obviously it looks like an opportunity there. But then on top of that, Miami's defense actually really lines up well with Grady's strengths. Miami gives up the third highest frequency of shots from three. They're pretty weak in the mid-range while they're really good about taking away the rim. Grady is good in those first two zones. So he should really line up well against his defense. We'll just see whether or not they can get there.
Wes Cheng. A pleasure as always, and I have to say goodbye now and let you guys know that I'm not going to be here for a full week, okay? I know. It's a lot. My Kujin, Luca, is going to fill in, and we'll see you when I'm back.
We'll miss you.
Aw, thanks, man.